Tone, and this is Three Beats Later, your favorite weekly beat making podcast, where every week we face a gnarly challenge and challenge ourselves to make a really cool beat based on a random set of challenges that now five producers weekly will challenge themselves to complete. This week is episode number 43, and it is the Timbaland Beat Contest. We have decided to challenge ourselves by entering the Timbaland Beat Contest, and we were going to have a roundtable discussion about how these beats are made and how we approach this particular, challenge. And yeah, that's about it. Check out my ring, y'all. Ooh, how much
Aight.
fire that is.
Oh, the Empire did nothing wrong.
If I punch a fool in the face, they're gonna have a stormtrooper imprint on their forehead.
All right, so we have.
We don't condone violence, though. We don't no condoning violence. We're a peaceful lot.
So we have with us a super dope special guest.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Superhero. You know what I'm saying? In multiple ways. You know, he just came from saving the world, and he's here with us. You know, Marcus, aka the Fingaz.
Thank you.
So tell a little bit about yourself, man, for people who didn't tune in last week or don't already follow you, which should be nobody.
Yeah, yeah. So for those that don't know, I'm being really rude right now because I'm also posting that I'm on the show on social media right now. So music creator, mainly using Beatmaker 3 on the iPad and Logic Pro on the desktop to make beats. And there are a lot of contests, remix contests. I was actually playing in church for as long as I can remember, up until last year, until March when the pandemic hit. But I was playing piano and organ in church, and then really went heavy into contests last summer, entering probably one a day, and then just making music on the side and networking, building relationships over the last year. I've been doing that before that, but really went like heavy with it over the last year. And a lot of the communities I'm part of, for example, Mixing Night with Ken Lewis, another community, Hard Drive, also with the Full Sail, so connecting with the alumni network there, just all these different networks and starting to see how things like are coming together over the last year. It's been incredible. And always making music, like finding opportunities, creating opportunities, making my own opportunity. Sometimes, a lot of them don't pan out. Like a lot of the contests I enter, I don't win, but I leave with, a great piece of music for my catalog and something that I can start pitching to other opportunities or connecting with artists that are hosting the contest or whatever the case is. So there's always these other avenues and other ways that you can leverage like one piece of music or one piece of content. Like if it's a video for social media, I could share it across, all these different platforms. So there's always like multiple lives that a piece of content can have, which is incredible.
Yeah, and make sure that you you follow Marcus on Twitter. It's at DAFINGAZ, the Fingaz. And is it the same on Instagram, Marcus?
Same everywhere. So I'm lucky to, whenever a new platform, so this is a lesson number one tonight. If you are an artist or producer, as much as possible, make sure all of your social media is the same, because there's nothing worse than trying to be like, okay, I'm Marcus on Twitter, it's at Marcus, or, at producer guy on Instagram, but I'm Fingaz on Facebook. Just try to keep it all consistent because that's the brand. And then if you have a tag, make sure the tag matches that. And if you have a website, just try to keep it all consistent. And in some cases, it might not happen. Like someone already snatched up the Fingaz YouTube, so I had to do Fingaz one. I had to put a number one after it. And someone already snatched up the Twitch page, so I had to do the Fingaz one. So I might down the line, I might try to see if I can find who got it. And that's me. I know it was you first on this site, but whenever new sites pop up, like, be the first on there, claim your name, claim your spot. And that's how you sort of start building those, that brand across all these different platforms.
Yeah.
Very dope, very dope. So the Fingaz, maybe you can tell me, and also guys, you could totally chime in, since unfortunately this week I did not bring a beat, so I'm the only one who doesn't have a beat.
Boo
you guys tell me?
Boo him.
Boo this man.
You guys need to get the
shame.
The hook, the large hook.
I want to ask you guys, specifically, could you describe not only this challenge, but how you felt about this challenge, like approaching it, and what was your approach? And I'm sure we'll get deeper in the beats, but just a general overlook of how you feel about the challenge this week.
I'll jump in there. Actually, I need let me make sure I send my wife the link. Make sure family involved. So for me, I think I mentioned it last week. This is probably the third contest I've seen that was hosted or sponsored or some way connected to Timbaland. And I missed one of them. I caught the first one, missed the last one. I caught this one. So being in Virginia, whenever I see an opportunity or contest with like Timbaland, Pharrell, Neptunes, Bink, Knots, Missy, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, anyone like remotely in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, it's like I got to get on that because that's the opportunity for like the local, if it's like Wale or even like go-go bands or, whatever the opportunity is in local radio stations. I hop on those opportunities because that is like, it's almost like a deeper connection because of just, that whole DMV, Virginia, Maryland, DC,
Connection and love.
Connection to love. Yeah, exactly. So whenever those guys have contests or opportunities to send music or whatever the case is, I try to like get in on those usually as soon as possible, as soon as I find out. And this is, like I said, this is the third one Timbaland has done over the last, I would say, year, a little under a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, he's really pushing BeatClub. I mean, I don't know all about it, but I mean, I assume it's kind of just like a platform for producers to network and potentially sell their beats and lease their beats. But I have a feeling, Timbaland is smart. He's kind of like half of the brains behind the whole Versus thing. So that he has some other stuff up his sleeve. He's a smart person.
It goes a step further. It's basically like a place that, let's say you're working on Drake's album and you are the A&R for Drake's album. You can come to BeatClub and be like, we want you to put together a group of guys. We're doing this album for Rihanna. We want it to be dancehall, Afrobeat. And then you can go to BeatClub and be like, okay, people that are signed up for BeatClub, I'm assuming that there's a way where you can, I'm not signed up with them. If we win this, when we win this contest, we'll all be part of it.
Yes.
I think there'll be a way where you can be like, what's your specialty? Be like, I do R&B, hip hop, and maybe you can list like special genres or interests, and then they can go to that database and be like, okay, we're gonna pluck these 10 guys to work on this project or 10 girls.
Yeah.
So I think it's more like a Rolodex of producers, songwriters, musicians, singers. So I'm doing everything I can to sort of get on the radar of both Timbaland and BeatClub. Contest is part of it. And that's, just one part of the equation. There's other ways you can sort of try to get these guys and girls, these attentions of these companies. And it's really just putting yourself out there.
Did you have, I mean, just like, I think what P was asking too, is like, how did you approach the challenge? Did you have kind of like any angles that you're going in on in terms of like messing with the samples? Because the instructions said to use at least one full loop and then 2 of the like one shots, I think is the rules. And it has to be a 2-minute beat. Yeah.
So I definitely follow the rules like of all the contests because you never know, like it can knock you out if you don't look at the rules. It must be labeled this way, or it must be an MP3 or a wave, and you're sending the opposite. It's like that can knock you out. So when that was just like use 2 sounds, which is usually, for those contests is usually like the baseline, use either 2 or use all or, use most. I think for this one, I used all sounds, and I think we'll get to it later. The only thing I added was piano. Because that's what I do. That's like,
what you do.
That's the me that I can put into these interesting things. So when they allow it, I try to add like some piano thing or a note or something, something piano or keyboard or synthesize that I can throw in there. For this one, it was piano.
Nice.
Yeah, it's usually going through the sounds, chopping up the samples, and trying to figure out a different way to manipulate the samples. And I think I did this one a couple of weeks ago. So, and I usually don't revisit them until like maybe if someone comments on them, or if there's a winner announced, I might listen to the winning tracks. But it's usually it's part of the arsenal, and then I might like scrolling through my posts, like repost it every now and then, and then I'll listen to it again.
Right.
But I usually just finish it and go to the next contest or the next music thing or idea. It's just creating like, Illmind calls them like lottery tickets. They're just different lottery tickets you're just putting out there,
Yeah.
One to hit the jackpot.
Nice. I think you had a question. I cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say, in addition to Timbaland and BeatClub and everything, I think this is more so what everybody has said so far, but also I think this is Timbaland's way to like really solidify himself. Like this is the first time someone's doing this. If you think about what's being done right now, he's a producer that's been producing for over 30 years at this point.
Yeah.
But what he's about to do is be the top name in the production community. He don't even got to make beats no more. He's just affiliated. And forever, as long as BeatClub is around, as long as people use BeatClub to source their music, he's going to get a check. And I think that's like the ultimate royalty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though you keep all the money from your stuff through BeatClub, you got to pay for a membership through BeatClub. So he gets money. And my assumption is he's going to get money from all BeatClub memberships, at least a portion of that. And as it grows, he's going to get more money. This is an amazing way for him to like, hey, listen, I made beats for 30 years. I want to stop at some point, but I'll never want to stop making money from music. Aside from my catalog, how else can I get more money? Let me just source all the producers in the world and get $1 off of each subscription and have 1 million subscriptions a month.
Basically, use your legacy for its power, bro. So,
Yeah,
that man got a legacy.
Also for him, at this point in his career, and I haven't, other than the video of him like listening to one of my beats, haven't talked to him like directly. I do communicate with one of the guys on this team often, but other than like his Twitch stream and YouTube stuff, I don't know if it's really I think he's at the point right now where it's just like he's getting probably some dope royalty checks.
Mm-hmm.
Got these deals with Versus. He's still doing placements on albums. He has a Twitch stream going on. I don't think that's really a big money like grab for it, but you could tell that he's reinvesting the money back into like these different platforms. Like he built the Twitch stream. He did Versus. They had to put something up front. There had to be money out of pocket for that stuff. It might be a lot of the benefit now, but I think a lot of that is being reinvested back into the creative community on his end, and of course he's set for life for like royalties right now. And I am biased because it's like he's heard some of my stuff, and it's like how can you like not? How can I not?
Right.
Hey Marcus, can we play this video really quick? I think it's only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch Timbaland listen to a Fingaz beat, which if this happened to me, I would just retire. I'd be like, all right. I did it. Life's goal. All right.
Go to mode.
All right, I got you. Look like Marcus Manders.
Marcus Manders. Let's go. Marcus Manderson?
Marcus Manderson is actually the Fingaz one in the chat.
Okay, the Fingaz one. This is the whole song right here. Play it. That's it. That's all we need. Look this all the way through. Do some filters, and we done, baby. Like that, cause that like little sample part is enough for somebody to rap over or sing over, and we just do some filterings. It just sounds crazy. Like, and I think I can beef up the drums, but the Fingaz one, like that, just bump the other part. We don't need that. We just need that beginning part for the whole joint. Some filters.
Yo.
All right.
Woo! Yo. That's crazy. Like.
That's sick, man.
That's crazy. First of all, just watching him initially nod his head like that to that beat was enough for me. Like he didn't even have to talk. him bobbing his head, stopping his drink. Like,
seriously.
Yo, that's the ultimate recognition right there.
Yeah, yeah.
You get Timbaland to go woo to a beat. So
I know.
man, instantly raise your price. Like,
made his ears stand up. Like, hold up.
Wow, that had to been amazing feeling, Marcus. Seriously.
Yeah, I remember when it happened. Like, he would go live. I want to say Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, something like that, something crazy. Like 3 or 4 nights a week, he goes live from like 8 to 10 on Twitch. And at that time, this was early in his sort of Twitch community, so he probably only had maybe 500, 1,000 subscribers. I think now he's up to like 30,000. So then it was easier to cut through. Like, still probably after 2 or 3 months of being a member of the Twitch community, and just finally getting one in. But now he's what 20, 30,000. It's hard to cut through. He has actually an app that you can use to submit these to, and to maybe take you to submit now. You probably won't be listened to for another 5 or 6 months. But like having that and being able to use that connection. And of course, I'm reposting that for life, because that's like, even when I do meet him in person, I'm like, dude, you listen. He won't remember. I'm like, dude, you listen to my beat, and able to woo. You had your cup in your hand, and like, aspect. But he's probably listened to 1 million beats since then, and probably made a couple thousand. So, but it's just like to have that, just that video, that clip, and to have that be like it's gonna live online, forever, as long as the internet's alive. Right. I have it live like in my brain forever.
Man.
I'm gonna reshare that for forever.
Time.
Yeah.
Forever.
Well, hey, we got we're gonna try. We got a lot of beats today. We're gonna try to keep it within an hour. I feel like honestly, we could talk to you for another hour alone. So there's gonna be a lot of questions and stuff coming up when we start listening to music. So what I want to do is I just got a couple really quick things to share. The first thing I want to share is the Fingaz actually has a course that he has available on his website. So you just go to defingaz.com and you can purchase the course. The course is going to give you all the tips and tricks about entering beat competitions and basically finding ways to give yourself a better angle as a producer. So a lot of tips and tricks. And if you go to defingaz.com/3beats later, you'll actually get access to a discount for that package. So just wanted to give a shout out to the website. Come check it out. We're going to post this later as well. And what I want to do, we've been talking a lot about beat contests on the stream. Every once in a while, we will actually enter one. This is a week where we entered one. Sometimes we don't do that in 3 Beats Later. But I want to give a shout out to some beat battles and beat contests that are going on right now. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, or when it was announced, the Cymatics Remix Contest. This is a $5,000 beat contest. So if you just go to remixcontest.cymatics.fm, you could learn about that. So submissions have already started, and the deadline is June 25th. So that's the Cymatics one. I think we did.
Go down a little bit more. Go to the prizes right there.
Oh, there we go. Look at this.
So you're not only 5,000 cash, but a MacBook Pro.
Yes.
Like that right there is enough to make me like, yo.
That'll bring E onto Logic with me.
Bring me and
that'll bring all of us on to Logic.
There we go.
Logic.
But I guess there can be only one.
There can only be me. I guess.
Marcus, you into this one yet?
Not yet. So I saw it. I had to get another one in this past weekend. I think the deadline passed, but it was really interesting. It was a SoundCloud and Old Spice contest.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Old Spice.
That's so dope.
They sent all these random sounds from their Old Spice commercials, and they were like,
"Oh snap!"
Was it the lady talking? The Old Spice.
It was just it had the whistle there.
Oh, I would have loved to do that.
Had some animal sounds. I posted the beat I did on my SoundCloud, but and then if you win, that was actually $10,000.
Wow!
A session with Andy Mineo. But yeah, that was a dope look, and I had it on my radar, and it was like the day or two before, and I was like, I got to get this in. So I had to crunch down and get it in. So this is next. Actually, on my list is Destiny one. Cymatics. They actually just finished one, so they're going back to back. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's always that joint.
There's another one from friend of the show, Elbow Media Studios, Marcus Elbow. He has a dope stream.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He has a great first name.
If you don't check out, if you don't know about his stream, you got to check it out because he just talks about iOS applications and iOS music production. And he talks a lot about Beatmaker 3. He's someone I watched a lot when I was kind of just getting back into beat making within like the last year and a half. But he is starting to accept beats at this email address, and he's entering kind of like or he's developing a beat battle. So he's going to be going on the stream, just kind of playing different beats and stuff like that. So a couple of things, check out Marcus Elbow, check out his YouTube stream. It's great. It's Saturday nights. You know, you get to learn all about new plugins and Beatmaker 3. He talks a lot about, he's talking about MPCs right now a lot. So I have yet to get some hardware. And then, you know, someone that follows us on Twitter was letting us know that they have a $200 winner take all beat battle. This is kind of like in like playoff bracket form, but his tweet blew up and he has like 150 people already submitted using his loop pack. So if you want to join this, I think he said that he had to actually cut it short and get people to submit by Tuesday because there's just too many people submitting. So you could follow at @HeRen_Bo Diddley. Check him out. So those are just 3 beat battles that are on our radar.
One more. If you go to Illmind's Instagram page, do you all know Illmind?
Yep.
Oh yes.
Um,
I'm subscribed to his Twitch channel still too.
I don't like creating my own competition, even though I do it a lot. So this isn't that first post there. That it's an in-person beat battle. So if you're interested, look at whatever he's saying. Meet me there. Bring a drive full of beats. Do what you got to do. I don't know if it's actually. It might be in person. It might be he's doing a lot of virtual stuff. But check that one out. June 3rd or 4th. Looks like in Miami at whatever that location is. So to get those details, I had to get my fire post in. And even though I'm not doing that contest, if you see, I post on these guys' pages. They start seeing you posting. That's like another cheat code. Just check their pages every once in a while. Post, oh, that's dope. Well, that's a dope beat. Listen to the stuff, but engage with the people and comment, even if you're not going to be able to directly take part of whatever they're offering or whatever the case is. But yeah, I saw that earlier. It's like, okay.
Yo, we got to get to Miami. Seriously.
Miami.
Back it up right now. We out.
That's next week. That's next
Book
week.
the challenge.
Week. Yeah.
Well, all right. We got a special sponsor today, and it is Way Rates East meets West
Roots
6 t-shirt.
I just want to drink whiskey. Yeah, sure.
Why not?
I do.
Who
Yeah.
don't?
All right, we're gonna spin the wheel to see who goes first.
Okay, cool.
Unless E and
No,
you
I'll
want to go?
take. Yeah.
But
I'm gonna go ahead first. I'm gonna go first.
Okay,
I'm
never
go
mind.
first. Marcus will go second because our guest typically goes second.
Okay.
So we agreed that I'll go first. So I'll go first. I'm not gonna teach y'all.
Sure, you want to hit the wheel first and
No will.
start
No
next
will.
week?
No will. It's cool. It's all good. So everybody mute up. I'm gonna play, and I'm just gonna break down how I use the challenge sounds this week. So here we go. use this sample. This is the sample that I used here. So I used the strings one, and so I'm gonna just play isolated what I did with that. I'm not gonna break down everything, just gonna break down how I did that, those parts. So here is a sample. So I used that, but in Ableton, what you're able to do is export a file to MIDI. So I also exported this file to MIDI so that I would end up with this duplication of that sound on a different type of track. So that's that, and then I just duplicated the main track a little bit higher, transposed it up. The whole track is just that. And that is my track for the week, guys. I will open it up to everybody and anybody and name mama and my mama.
Yo, E. The ending part where like you didn't have the snare hit was just great, man. It just built up a lot of tension. This beat is sick.
Fire.
And that's super creative the way you cut up the violin. I was trying to cut that up a lot as well. Great usage of the sample.
I was on the site and I know it said use one full loop, but it never said you had to use the whole loop. It just says use one of the full loop. So I'm like, well, I'm going to use the full loop, but I'm not going to use the full loop. I was listening to a lot of the beats, and a lot of the beats, you know, they were really, really hot. And I'm like, how can I set myself apart from a lot of the beats? And I was just like, you know what, just do my own thing. So I enjoyed making it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed hearing it. It was fun for me. So
yo, fire. It actually kind of reminds me of some like OG Timbaland shit
that's what I was going for, honestly. I was trying to go for that vibe just because I feel like, you know, when you have a challenge with Timbaland, you want to incorporate some of the original, you know, masterful stuff that he's done before without imitating his style. So
right. Did you what samples did you use of the drum samples? The 808, the hats, the clap.
I used the hat and I used the 808. So that part that you hear where it's just the kick.
Yeah.
But you were talking about, that's just actually the 808 that they put in there. Okay. And then the hat is in there with that as well.
And you used a better snare, in my opinion, because I
didn't use their snare.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you used a better snare than the one than the one that
I was just like, I don't really, you know, I'm not really into sound design, so I'm not really able to make this sound the way I want it to sound. So yeah, somebody like Grim or Marcus, they probably could make that, you know, work. But for me, I'm like, no, it's gonna sound like they gave it to me, and I'm not okay with that.
Sick, man. This is sick. That's a beat right there. And does anyone know if these can be used? Are these like royalty-free samples, or are they not royalty-free?
I don't know. But if they can't, I mean, take the drums out, put some other keys on there. All the stuff you added to it, take out the all the samples that were provided. You use your own drum. You got to take the drums out. So take out the whatever samples were provided, and you got a whole other song. A lot of times they put it in the like in the fine print, whether or not you can't. But you know, I'm sure if Timbaland's like, yo, I want this, you know, what are they gonna be like? Nah. Yeah. So I don't know this contest specifically. But I think they do allow you to share it, and that's part of like reading the rules. Sometimes they allow you to share it on like Instagram, YouTube. Okay.
All right. Well, so the Fingaz is up next. I'm gonna play his beat. And hopefully I shared this the right way. Actually, I'm gonna double check just so I don't have a misfire. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna play Next Is Up, special guest, the Fingaz, and here we go. Mute up, everybody.
Yo.
Wow.
So can you just leave?
Fire.
Can you just like leave? Like, can you just go home, Marcus, man? Can you just
Fire.
Oh man,
Dude.
when that I'm sorry, we're supposed to save comments till after you
right. Forget
show us.
that.
But that little melody, that harmony, the melody or whatever, the theme, the way you like had that play 3 different kind of voicings, it just got sicker every single time.
Yeah, that's sick, bro.
Very dope. Those keys, man, those are magical. Those chords are definitely magical right there.
Dope,
This
bro.
mask, you just bodied 3 different decades of music, right? Like that was straight up like early 2000s R. Kelly mixed with trap bass, mixed with the pianos from like all the dope songs of like 2010 to 2005 to 2015. Like you just murdered mad decades of music, man. Kudos to you for that. Wow. Wow.
So
and I'm crazy. It's crazy because I love what you played more than I love the samples they gave us. Like, yo, they should have made the challenge with your beat, with your piano.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Can you break us down or give us some insight into what the mindset was in creating this track? Just so
I don't know if I can screen share. I'm gonna test out the screen share and try to dive in a little bit. One thing I will say after watching, with the context of the first video that we watched from Timbaland, Listen to My Beat, if he hears this, it's probably already too much. He could probably be like, take out 10 of those.
Yeah, that's how you go. You'd be like, all right, take this out.
When you're in the creative mindset, it's easier to just throw everything in there.
Yeah.
Easy to take out. So I'm usually just in the workflow. But I'm using Beatmaker 3 on the iPad here. And I don't have, I really don't like having too many tracks in my beats. So it might sound like it's a lot, but it's stuff that's coming in and out. So I have, on Beatmaker 3, you have letters. So each bank is letter A1 through H1. And then if I were to create a new bank, it would be A2. I never get to A2. When I get to A2, in my mind, that means I have too much like sounds going on. Like I hate seeing the number 2 like in my Beatmaker 3. So usually on Beatmaker, I try to keep the tracks minimum. I'll start with the samples. So I have, I think the keys, the flute. I have 2 of the keys. I think I did some effects on there. I'm just going to play the keys chop I did.
Yep.
So it doesn't like sound like much, but I was just like, let me just chop it up and see what comes up. And then here's a flute chop. That's both of those together. I have another keys track, which I believe is some effects I put on the keys. Let's see. Yeah, so it's like a pitch down. In Beatmaker 3, I'm using this koala effects where I can lower the pitch on this pitch thing here.
Okay.
So I dropped the pitch down an octave the second time around just to add some variation so it doesn't sound like it's too, repetitive out the gate. So that's under all that other stuff. I want to say, remind me, did the actual sample pack have drums in it?
It did.
It had one shot.
Yeah.
Okay. So I probably used the drums.
I hope they're not listening, but it did not. It had drum sounds, but it had Casio drum sounds.
I was actually hoping more for his beatboxing, like the mouse.
That's what I thought too. Like I think Timbaland challenge. You hear some Timbaland drums.
He challenged you. He's like, I ain't giving it to y'all easy with the drums, bro. You have to.
I think I used like most of those drums. I see it like the TM. I think that's the Timbo kit.
Yeah, that's the yep.
So I don't even think I used. I don't think that was in there. That might be that might have been in there. So I think I used, I didn't use all these sounds. I might have used like the kick. I know I used both of those. Maybe the hat and then maybe those 2. So but I just throw everything, the sounds they provide, I put them all in the session and just decide what I'll pick and choose and what I want to use. So here's a drum pattern. So some of those effects there, I have it going through like all kinds of effects. FAC Transient is a plugin by Fred Antoine Corbest, who makes plugins for iOS and desktop. So you can get these on desktop. I just use this Punch on Drums preset going into another plugin of his called FAC Maxima. I think this is just the default, the limiter. And then I have it going to Low Fly Dirt by MSX Audio or MSX Sound Design. They make some great plugins also. And then I have it going into this new plugin by Kalen Audio called Beef. It's basically like 4 levels of saturation on the drums. It's like it's too much, but it just like brings the drums up to the next level. So that's what's going on there. And then I have, I'll go to some of the keys I added. I added piano, I added electric piano, and I added like a little synth art. So here's the piano stuff I have going on.
What is this?
That is so that is a Rhodes. If you know who Henny the Business is, incredible producer, iOS producer, educator. He created, him and his partner Kennard Garrett created this plugin in collaboration with Morehouse College last year called Housemark One. It's basically a Fender Rhodes iOS app that they built, and I created like a gang of presets for this thing, 25, and this is just an incredible iOS like electric piano. I don't know if they're going to bring it to the desktop. Hopefully they do.
Oh, I'm getting this as soon as we jump off. The first thing I'm doing.
Audio Kit app, so I think it was only like under $5, maybe $3.99 or something like that. But definitely Housemark One, and I added some. This is just the built-in effects, I believe. Yeah, it's all built in. So they have different reverb and panning and chorus effects that you can throw on there. So definitely check that out. So I have that coming in under the piano here.
Look at Corey's face right now.
No, I'm tripping. You know what this makes me feel like? It makes me feel like the behind the scenes of one of the classic R. Kelly / Ronald Isley songs.
All of us,
like not just R.
blown.
Kelly, but the R. Kelly Ronald Isley mashup joints. Like
wait.
This is like the Contagious Part 4 right here. Like yo, I swear.
Wait, do the last one because I see it in red. It's coming.
Yeah, so you guys give me ideas. Like I might need to just do a sample pack, take all the other sounds out, just do that.
Play this last one.
Yeah,
right here.
bro.
There's one in red.
After one, it's an art, I believe. It's Key Imagination art. This also by KV331 Audio. They make plugins for desktop also.
Okay.
So Synthmaster One you can get on iOS or on the desktop.
Okay.
This is, I think it's doing the same thing, but it just with that sound. So let me bring it back a little bit. And then it has like the delay going on, so it probably is in retrospect like too much for like maybe a singer or rapper or whatever. But you know, as audio, you get that audio experience. So I'm gonna play all 3 of those together because that's like
man.
I think each one of those joints, like individually, gives me a different vibe. Where each one, even though it's playing the same thing, it could be a different song. Each one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sound. This is all 3 of them together. So get ready for an audio orgasm.
Bro, just send that, dude.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Yeah, don't even follow the rules. Don't even do what they said do.
I'm listening. So I posted that on Metapop, and I got a comment. And the dude was like, "Where's the piano coming from?" And I was like, "I just added that to it." I think 2 more sounds. I'm gonna show you a little bit. The 808. This is from the. This was provided, so I think I just programmed some hits with it. It's a really short 808.
Yeah.
pattern, which I haven't heard recently. I used to be like you said, the mid 90s, early 2000s, all over the place. One more sound, and I'm gonna tell you about this sound. I think it's my favorite bass. Yeah, it's called Bob Bass. Electric bass from Bassalicious by Gospel.
Oh yes, man. I have some of their stuff. Their stuff stopped working on my iPad though. I don't know what I have to do.
Jamal Hartwell, hit me up. I'll send you his information.
Okay.
Let him know what's going on.
He said, "Hit me up. I got you, player. We gonna holler at the guy."
Holler at the guy.
No.
Don't talk to me. I talk to the man.
No. They have
talk to Fingers. You're gonna fit in real well around these parts.
No, their bass. This whole thing is sick, and there's a couple patches that I've used on.
They got an electric piano too. They got Neo Soul Keys too, which is also.
On iOS. I'm coming to iOS, man.
Yes,
their stuff is actually on desktop too, so gospel musicians definitely check them out. So I had this bass line. I'm gonna play it for you. It's not in the beat, and I'll tell you why.
If you're not
So what I do when I finish making beats is, and I'm like, what do I need to take out? As part of that like learning experience from Timbaland, it's like, okay, and this at the time I was making the beat, like right now, that part I just played, that's a whole other song. But when I was making the beat with everything else in there, I was like, it got the 808. It has the kick, which also has a little bit of 808 in it. And I was like, the bass, I really like what I did with the bass, but that's another song. That's like, it didn't belong in here. It belongs with those keys I just played.
Right.
The whole beat that I made for this. So I took that out. So that's not in the final, but that's my favorite electric bass. And like I said, I just make stuff, I throw it all together, and then at the end go in and decide like, okay, keep this, take this out. We do production and arranging, but that's the quick overview.
That bass is giving Moto Bass a run for its money.
Don't you start.
You said, don't you start.
I know we can have a bass off.
I know we can't talk about Moto Bass from that vein, but
hello, Moto.
We can have a bass off, man, if we need to.
I can go all day on the bass. Actually, I have my Bluetooth off.
You're gonna have to send me the MIDI file though, but I'm just gonna put it on my bass. Like
you play the MIDI, I'll put it on.
Like both of ours, just keep it down on my bass.
That bass, I can go all day on that.
Yo, that joint, man. Woo! Listen, man, I swear.
Oh, you can link to Ableton with this program?
What's that?
I saw an Ableton link on that.
Yeah, so I don't use Ableton, but a lot of iOS apps, and I forgot where it is. A lot of down at the bottom. A lot of iOS apps have Ableton link, so you can link them with Ableton. I don't use Ableton Live, nothing against it. It's just I tried it like 10 years ago, and it was too much for my brain.
There's a lot.
Yeah, but yeah, you can do Ableton link with Beatmaker 3. I think with even GarageBand and stuff like that.
Wow.
This is my favorite electric bass on iOS. I think I might just lost my connection. But that is a quick overview of like how I use it, how I created it in Beatmaker 3. Now, some of these contests, sometimes I'm like, depending on where I am, how much time I got. If I'm like in the bed, I'm like, okay, I might do it on the iPad. If I'm down here, I might use Logic. So if I created something for this contest in Logic, it would be a totally different beat because you create differently in different platforms. So it's good to have like 2 or 3 platforms that you can create in because you'll have different vibes and feelings you create with them.
Yeah,
absolutely. So this is amazing. Standing ovation for the Fingaz.
Yes.
So this is great.
You know what? I'm really, really, really glad that I went first. Somebody gotta go.
Somebody's gonna go next.
Somebody has to go next.
So do we do a dummy spin for this, or are we just going straight in?
Dummy spin.
One dummy spin, and then after this dummy spin, someone is going after the Fingaz.
It's not just 1 or 2 or 3 winners. They're gonna have 10 winners, and if they decide, they can do more. I mean, they
absolutely
they made 150 of this thing, this blue.
Oh wow.
I don't know. He's given them to a lot of producer friends, but you know, I've entered content to say it's going to be 2 winners, and they're like, man, we had so many entries, we're going to make it 4 winners. So it's like I enter these contests, and the numbers don't really, you know, there might always be one top winner, but it's like you always have a chance. Like even
so we all might end up with these boards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the goal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm about to show my beat.
You gotta go. Wait. You gotta go after Marcus. You gotta go after. You want to pause for commercial break or something?
Marcus.
Who's this? Who's this? What part of this segment and who's sponsoring this part of the segment?
Yeah, who sponsored that wheel spin? Something.
Oh wait, I don't even know, man.
All right. I'm gonna mute up.
There's like raviolis on there or something. I don't know. Okay. I guess I'm going next. All right, everybody. This is episode 43, the Timbaland contest. This is Cheeky CP. I'm gonna play my beat. Mute your engines. All right, that is my beat. So I'm just gonna break it down what I did here. I listened to the. What's up?
Fire. Proceed.
All right. I didn't know how to take those rules either, and it was like one full loop, so I just played the full loop all the way through. So that's the full loop as they gave it. I made a drum kit, and I actually just used all of the one shots as my drum kit. So I didn't really like a lot of the samples, but I didn't even use the 808. The clap is all right. The hi-hats, I didn't use any hi-hats. Shout out E, no hi-hat usage in this beat. I did use this little perk, and then the kick. And then, you know, I did what I usually do, and I added a lot of guitar. I added bass lines. So I will say the thing that I loved about this creation process was it just kind of inspired me to work off of that flute and work off of the violin samples. That's the other sample that I used. And this is the only thing I did for the violin, which is just found like 2 areas and go back and forth with those notes. So I kind of like reverse engineered some chords that work. C major 7, B minor 7, and I just rocked with it on guitar and played some little chicken picking stuff going on right here.
Son, hold on. This is the flyest talkover right here.
Fire, bro.
This is the flyest talkover right
Fire,
here.
bro.
Like you staged this talkover part, didn't you?
Nah.
The chicken pluck, man. The chicken pluck, bro.
Chicken picking. And then play guitar. So I just play those chords, kind of rhythm, and then effects.
I have to interrupt you right now. This is 3 beats later. Knowledge. We haven't done this in a while.
Knowledge.
Just beat right here.
But what I really liked was these 2 bass lines. This could be a track right here, these bass lines.
Yo, give this to T.I. right now.
So there's two. One is that low end, and then I picked the little riff all the way to the left ear, which is right there.
I was wondering why it was so like in the way but out the way. I mean,
Yeah. So it's a work in progress. I'm not done, but I wanted to add some cool trumpet stuff. It didn't really come out the way I wanted it to. So I'm gonna fix the trumpets to sound better. But something like that. I don't even know. You know.
You gotta email Cameron.
Yeah. All right, that's my beat, y'all.
Yo,
you killed that.
Fire, bro.
No. Don't stop sharing yet. Don't stop sharing
Fire,
yet.
bro.
I need you to play the bass and the guitar by itself real quick for me.
Yo, that bass and the chicken pluck, dude.
Finger licking, chicken picking.
I need that.
There it goes.
Son, all I hear is like a Jill Scott and T.I. track right here, son.
Nah.
Jill Scott.
Khalid.
No, you gotta get us to T.I. Let him go. But like the way he be going on Dre, still kill that Dre.
Give it to T.I.'s
Jill Scott on the
son.
hook.
Give it to that young boy that was reaching for the bag yesterday. Give it to
Ooh,
T.I.'s
that
son. Let him
bass,
talk
man.
about it.
All right, yeah, that's the track. All right,
That's dope, bro.
we gotta hurry up. So I'm kicking it over to the next person.
Man,
Rock, paper,
Yo.
scissors.
Sponsored
know.
by.
I feel bad for anybody going after anybody at this point. Damn.
I got a question and a comment. First, I'll do the comment. I know you said you want to get some trumpets. Go to pianobook.co.uk and just look at the libraries. They have over 500 free sounds. There has to be a trumpet in there you can use. And then also go to Spitfire Audio Discover, BBC SO Discover. That's a free orchestra.
Oh, I love Spitfire.
Orchestrate the orchestra.
Free orchestra. Actually, and on Piano Book, they just released a free orchestra today. So there's probably some horns in there that you can use.
Wow.
So those two, pianobook.co.uk. Download all of them if you can, but it's over 500 libraries. It's going to take some time, but I think you can narrow it down by like brass and search for it. And then Spitfire Audio, BBC SO Discover. That's free. You fill out a survey and they'll send it to you like in 2 weeks. It's an orchestra library. The other thing I need you to help me with, it's a quick question. Let's say you made a beat like that, which is dope. And how much would you pay for me to add keys to that?
How much you want, player? I'm not even. That ain't even my track, and
Wait a minute.
I got the money for you, dog. How much you want?
I'll have you talk to my agent Q. No, I would say, hey, I work with
to producers. What do you think would be a decent?
What the going rate is? I have conversations with my. I know a lot of musicians. I've been playing music since I was 11. So I think. I know a lot of musicians and like we talk about this. So in-house, like family, we kind of hook each other up. You know what I mean? But when it's if it's like a client, it could range, man. I don't know,
Yeah.
What do you think?
Did you see the plug though?
Man, I want to like.
I want to see the budget slip. I want to see the spreadsheet that we do.
But
did you see how the fingers just Did you see how the fingers just slid that plug in there? How much would you pay me? I got a question for you.
Oh, seriously,
how much would you pay me?
My brother Marcus, what's your rate? What's your rate?
So I'm thinking of starting a service on. I don't have that service. So
right.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. First off, two things. I would love to collab with you on anything, whatever. I could send you guitar, you could send me keys, whatever. But then, all right, I will. But then also for services, like I think you could, even through BeatStars, I think you could put up like your own services. Yeah. But you should, man. Like 100. Like after
Pro Tools has that
after
too.
You showed off, like, and especially on your Instagram, like you just like messing around, people would absolutely pay for keys. Yeah. So. I think like it depends upon how much time it would take to put together, but I've heard people say, for like easy stuff, like $150, but you could kind of also build your name up too. Like there's another service called Sound Better is a website that some of my friends who are singers, they're on that. What's that?
Apply for that one. They actually have another free plugin too. It's a Sound Better singing plugin where people can do background vocals, but it's free. definitely check that out. I forgot the name of it, but Sound Better free vocal plugin. I'm all about free and like discounts, so like I'm always my ears to the streets about the free stuff that's out there. Sorry, I know I derailed the wheel a little bit.
No, man, I think we just hooked up live on stream. We hooked up our collab. You heard it here on 3
I'm about to manage that whole thing. We're gonna call that player, and we're gonna have a service where you can get any instrument, pay a person to play it over your drink. Player coming soon.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
The wheel has spoken. Nobody else can go.
Oh wow.
Good.
They don't can't be.
Q, we can do rock, paper, scissors, bro.
Do heads or tail, do a coin flip.
It's GQ. So G comes before Q. GQ.
I don't know.
DQ.
How do you feel about that, G?
Spin the wheel. Make it fair. Spin the wheel.
Here we go.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors. The wheel is side has fatal
Rock, paper,
connection
scissors?
error.
Fatal.
It can only get worse from here if you don't go now. Like it's
Fatal.
It's been.
I mean,
you can only go after another hot beat at this point. Like
I'll go.
Tonight has been the night. Like
I'll go. Let me make sure.
That's a man. Man steps up to
Yay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Plus, I might have to restart. So let me make sure.
Oh man, that's the jet. See, hit us with the Jedi mind trick.
Let me go first.
Let me go first.
Yeah.
All righty, fellas. Let's get things cracking up off in here. Right. See. Yeah.
We got it. Yeah. Let's go.
The night was
OGs.
a great night so far, guys.
Nice and clear.
Yeah.
Screen look Windex.
Bottom line zoom.
All right, fellas. Here we go. That's the hottest part. And that's it, fellas.
Man, you expose super dope remixing mad challenges in one challenge. Man, I quit.
Fire.
I told y'all
That
it can
bass is
only
crazy
get worse
too,
from
bro.
here. It can only get worse from that point, and it just got worse.
I mean, you know.
You want a wheel spin, Grim?
You want some dummy
1,000 dummy spins.
I ain't even gonna talk about it. Y'all saw it. That's it.
Oh man, listen. First of all,
bro,
that was
get off that easy, bro.
I mean,
I love how you did this. I love how you used the sample, but use the sample over the sample.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love how you
Still bopping my head, bro.
The MIDI, the export to MIDI joint. That's the secret sauce right there for Ableton.
That is the secret sauce for Ableton. You can take anybody's anything, bro.
Yes.
Whatever it is, I got it. It might not lock exactly, but it's close enough.
But it gives you a foundation.
Yeah.
So
with that one, it was like the 808 tone that gave us, man. I got a million 808 tones that sound way more fire and deeper than that one. But it's like, I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use it and just throw some filters on it, try to EQ it, tuck it, add another bass up under it, you know.
Layer it up.
It, you know,
all those crazy sounds too. Q is like that's his like specialty, man. It's so many different
say
styles.
Knobmaster 2.0. I mean, we haven't seen Knobmaster lately. Where this is Knobmaster 2.0 type stuff, right?
Look at P with his head down.
Man, I think Knobmaster gonna have to come back and try to show us, show up.
P, gotta show up.
All right, well, Grim, man, what you gonna do? Man?
Oh wait. The Fingaz is speaking.
My bad. I'm sorry.
You were playing it. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just kept hearing Busta Rhymes on there. So how to get that to him, like him and his phonetic. He'll figure out it work because I can't hear anyone else. Maybe a Kendrick featuring Busta featuring Kendrick, but that had rhymes all over. Like,
yo, I think what BPM did you guys have your tracks at? Because I was at 150.
I kept it at 150.
I don't think. Hey, were we?
I was at 86.
86.
Yeah,
that's one.
My own thing,
170.
Oh, you was at 170.
No, I was at 115, 115.
Oh, okay.
I kept it at 150. Q, I'm with you, man.
I doubled.
Yo,
up,
Q,
man.
I think that joint right there.
86.
If you can't get it to Busta, get that joint to like a modern new spinoff of CSI.
Or
as an intro to the show, like that right there. If they let a younger group of people, like after these people finally stop investigating and let that right there would be the new version of CSI intro.
Interesting.
Or you can send it into Adult Swim. Perfect, bro.
Interesting.
Yes.
Perfect.
Interesting.
I'm trying to get some joints on Adult Swim because they be playing some fire on there.
Okay, well, I will say this. What are we doing? Do we have a SoundCloud playlist for the tracks that we do after the show? I haven't even saved this one. Okay.
Timbaland clip with J. Cole.
I mean, because we're all submitting these to the contest anyway, so I wouldn't even really be tripping too much on this one. But
you said, just want to touch this one. I want to touch this one.
That's for the Zoom meeting.
Okay.
I didn't even say this one. I didn't even say it.
I didn't even say this one.
We're gonna start that again.
All right.
No, Timbaland, he was a fool for that.
I know.
Grim, it is you.
Grimbo the king.
All
Grim,
right,
don't
guys.
listen.
Grimbo.
Listen.
Mute up, guys.
Don't let me down. All right.
I'm gonna try not to, bro.
Oh, come on, you already know what's about to happen.
Grimbaland.
Does that say 172.7? Yeah, I'm gonna mute up.
Oh man, he went on the decimals. 0.7.
Doubled up, man. Okay, so my breakdown.
Oh, you don't get to talk. You don't get to talk after that. You just know. You don't get to talk after that, man. Your breakdown is nothing. Your breakdown was the beat, bro. Hold on a second, man.
Shit, you broke me down.
So crispy.
So,
Son, that then. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I think.
So what I did was I used all 3 loops. I didn't use none of the drums. I just used all 3 loops and chopped it up. What I did was I chopped up a pattern and I re-recorded it and I chopped it up again. So I chopped it up, reversed it, and then chopped it up again. Just to separate, to make it, as you hear on this one.
You put your finger down, flipped it, and reversed it?
Yeah. Pretty much. I slowed it down. So that's a chop up. That's not actually how the loop is played out. Just chop the loop. I think I used the flute, and then I used the flute again on top of itself. This is actually where it comes from. Let me see. I had an effect to it already, so that's the sample chopped up and then recorded, played backwards, and then that's it. That's it. And the flute, little drops from the loop, add a little effect to it so it didn't sound so tight. And the strings. Add the little drop. I pretty much want to just add little drops and stuff in there.
Yo, I swear that sounded like a voice.
Like a
sheep, I thought that was a voice. I thought it was me.
Bro, you was giving me Dr. Dre vibes like a mug in this track. At one point, I thought you was gonna go with the bling bling.
He had it in there.
He had a little bit of it.
Like the keys.
Yo, son.
Yeah.
The keys. I did the keys. Wow. The piano. Well, the keys that's in the loop pack. Hold on, let me see.
Yo, I'm so glad that we don't have a.
Store showed up for a second.
Right there.
Scott Storch, right.
There it is. He tickled it. He just gave you a tickle.
Chicken pluckings.
I added a reverb and a dot delay from Ableton, so it just drags on, make it sound like it's more pianos played than the actual just.
Man.
Dude, listen. I'm so glad we don't have a winner for our sessions.
Grim, to me, for me personally, the Grim gets this award of crispy drums 6 weeks in a row. He's on a streak with the crispiest. And is that the Black Kit too, or no?
Yeah, that's Black Kit. Actually, I ain't do too much work on the drums, bro. I just chopped it up and just played it in the same pattern.
What number is that? Because I got most of them, and I need to.
Yeah.
Get back to some of them because I got too many drums. But
I think it's
Black Kit for a second.
Because Black Kits is the truth, bro.
Yeah.
I even got his loop packs, the truth. I haven't even really played with him because I want to savor. But I think it's Black Kit 7.
Oh, okay.
Because I think 11, I don't know if you got 11, but when I bought them all, 11, he didn't have 11 up on
11 was like, one of them, it might have been 10 or 11. One of them was like a private, like, $1,000.
Yeah. Like when I was on there, when he first started doing the Twitch, he actually, one of the guys won a contest, a battle, and he sent the guy like a flash drive with 10 on it, I think. Or 10 or 11. One of them that's not on the website. So yeah, I think that's the only one I'm missing. That's pretty much.
Grim, man, this is nasty.
Them drums took me to
appreciate it.
Like New York. I don't know if you're in New York, but like New York, almost Griselda, like vibe.
Well, that's where we at now in Buffalo.
That's crazy you said that. That's crazy you said
that's where we at in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Into the Griselda.
Grim and E are in Buffalo, so we got that flavor.
Play that thing out your window when you see them walking by.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah, bro.
Tonight was dope, man. I'm
Yes,
like,
sir.
damn. Yo, if anybody watching, I mean, I hope that y'all, enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed it, because tonight was like,
It was
one
fun,
of them
man.
nights.
Yeah, man.
Very
Yeah,
fun.
this is
Very
fun. But we got to wrap it up. Fingaz, thank you so much for attending and just rocking with us 2 weeks in a row. We're going to let you know, we're going to tweet out that special link that you have for people who want to pick up the course. So you already heard some of the tips and tricks that, Marcus was giving us. And there's a lot more in his class. So definitely pick that up. And you are always welcome to jump in whenever you want to. We have a new theme every week. If you're not working on a contest, if you just want to kind of do something completely random, we pick our, new themes at the end of each show. So that's what we're about to do right now. And I think I'm going to kick it to E because he has a special announcement of what we're supposed to do. This may not be something that watchers can join in on, but E has an idea he's gonna let us know about.
So this one is going to take it to, we're going to take it to the park. All right, we're going to play pickup game production. All right, we're going to have teams on the production for next week's challenge. So we're gonna play pickup games. So we can either do captains or we can let the wheel pick. Someone's gonna have to sit out and judge unless we bring in another person. That's the challenge for next week.
Yeah, I could. I don't know if P, do you want to volunteer to be the judge?
I mean, I could volunteer to be the judge.
I'll be the judge.
No, but the wheel has to decide who's the judge.
The wheel has to decide who's the judge.
And that determines the teams, and then whoever isn't picked is the judge.
Okay. Well,
who?
Unless
if the wheel works.
Unless Marcus wants to come back next week.
I would. I gotta coming off the holiday. Our daughter has basketball camp next week.
Okay.
He's the busy father, so
yes. But make sure you tune in. Make sure you check it out next week.
Okay, so how is this working? So we're getting teams. Someone's a judge because there's 5 of us.
Yes. So
and then we're teaming up to make a beat, and it's versus via 3 beats later.
And whoever isn't picked is the judge.
Okay, so should I spin the wheel to see who the judge is first?
No.
Good question. Before you spin, the colors, right? Can you change the colors on the wheel?
Oh, what the hell?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because what I'm thinking is, you do a spin.
It says modified
team,
wheel.
Team A, Team B, right? And then whoever fits in those colors have to join that team.
No. What we're gonna do is it's gonna alternate. So the first person is one team, second person another team, third person, fourth person, last person's the judge.
Okay. All right, here we go. Any dummy spins?
No, not at all.
Wow, here we go.
This is dummy spins.
Person number 1. No dummy spin. Person number 1.
It's me. Who's gonna be on my team? I told you.
Q's first. All right.
Q's 1.
So Q's out.
So the next person is in team 2. Okay, so let me remove Q. Look at how efficient we are with wheel decide, huh?
Brought to you by Way Rates.
Here we go. This is team
all
captain.
All I do is drink whiskey.
Team captain number 2 is
Okay.
And then let me remove myself. Okay.
Allow you to reintroduce yourself.
That first wheel spin is mad slow, man.
Pete getting nervous over there. Like he be analyzing the wheel spins.
Wait, look at these. Yo, I want this shirt over here.
Which one, dude?
This
all them shirts look like you about to sit at a bus stop and have a drink, man.
But never leave the bus stop. But never leave the bus stop.
All right, this is teaming up with.
You Q and P.
Q and P together.
Yo, how crazy would it be if I actually end up the judge? On my challenge.
And this is teaming up with Cheeky is.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yo,
and I am the judge. Yeah.
All right. So,
like I said, that's what you said.
So let me give a little bit of context real quick. Partner up on your beats however you want. Come to the table with whatever you want, sample, no sample, doesn't matter. Fire. This is the one time in a long time that we're actually going to judge the beats because we're doing this like a pickup basketball game.
And I'm stern.
See, he's right. No gummies.
We could have Grim think of different categories that he wants to judge on. So pick up 3 different things or something like that.
And you ain't gotta tell us. No, you ain't gotta tell us what the categories are.
Mm-hmm. So it's no sample. It's just anything, right?
I think we should let Grim decide since he's a judge. He should decide what he wants from the beats.
3 criteria.
Man.
Right now on the spot. Right now,
Marcus.
Right now.
Wait,
Marcus could think of it.
Yeah, Marcus. Let Marcus contribute as well. Since
leave us, Marcus, with a parting.
What should we do for our challenge next week? What should we include in our beat for next week, Marcus?
Is it a remix? Is it a
It's completely
anything.
fresh.
It could be
anything.
You could say sample the Beatles. You could say use
if
the
you tell
hi-hat.
us
You can say use the hi-hat from Strawberry Fields.
You guys don't want me to tell you. I'm telling you, I got some.
Oh wow.
Sample somebody falling down the stairs. That's what.
No. I'm gonna see if I can tune in next week. I probably won't be able to join live. I'm gonna create a sample and I'm gonna send it to Cheeky CP, and you guys have to flip it.
Boom.
Wow.
There it is.
Okay. I like that.
Perfect.
I like that.
Crazy.
Okay.
It's got real. So he's gonna be here next week in spirit, no matter what.
All right. Well, perfect. So this is a great show. I'm gonna leave us with a well wishes to everybody. We are way over our limit of time that we wanted to spend today.
Right.
Again, thank you, Fingaz.
Go
Follow him on every social media thing that you can find. It's all the same. Fingaz on everything.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
Fingaz 1 on YouTube. All right, peace.
All right, peace.